Vinny's charm and succinctness, should have chosen a better word, but those traits are something I've always admired about Vinny, and some traits I've always wished I had, and you also will be wishing I had those traits the longer this speech goes. So thank you for being here. Congratulations, Bellarmine class of 2017. And might I say, you look stunning in your fancy new robes. I wanted to know the history of the cap and gown, but I couldn't find any explanation on Wikipedia, so I figured nobody knows. It seemed an important question, though, because what we wear, if even for a day, can impact part of our identity. After all, who would recognize Mr. Dempsey without the shine of the pennies wedged into his loafers? How would the girls' basketball team have heard the faint voice of Mr. Minus without noticing his game day pants? How would we ever learn about art without the guidance of Mr. Meeker's funny, yet very confusing t-shirts? Today, in this gown, I understand the power of yet another outfit. I feel both a sense of importance for the ceremony and a foreboding of the deluge of photos waiting for us afterward. It fills me with nostalgia for the years leading to this point, as well as a temptation to exclaim a litany of naive cliches for the future. I also feel hot and scared of tripping, but that may just be all of your faces staring at me right now. However, I don't feel so much different than my freshman self. As Vinny mentioned, I still carry my food in a monkey lunchbox, and I'm currently wondering when an Irish soccer coach will interrupt this speech with his beautiful scream. No? I can keep going? Thanks, Joe. While I would like to impart all the advice necessary for your future success, I still don't even understand the end of Inception. Above all else, something important has not changed and never will. It has taken 4 years, but I couldn't thank Bellarmine enough for teaching me a simple truth. I am an idiot. Now, to clarify, Bellarmine did not make me an idiot. The past 4 years have only made me aware of it. My family and friends will wonder why I had to spend 4 years at a private school to learn something they have told me my whole life. But I promise you it means more than the simple nickname we use for pets, friends, or the driver in front of us going 5 below the speed limit on our way to school at 7:55. This stupidity is a God-given gift. Sure, familiarity with self-doubt has come to cement itself as an archetype in the high school experience. We've all torn our hair out through the crises of building and maintaining new relationships, passing standardized tests, and working our way through a college application process that may have convinced us we would never receive an acceptance letter, regardless of how generously we estimated our service hours. Yet, while any school can inspire self-doubt, few can teach the fundamental, wonderful lesson of what it means to live as a fool. This knowledge has little to do with a bad grade or walking into the wrong A-building bathroom after leaving the theater. Trust me, it's disorienting your first time. In those brief moments where I learned how small and limited I am, I did so only because I learned how big and beautiful the world and its people are. How great you, yes, you guys are. When I think of our time together, I will remember these moments of idiocy, a blessed idiocy. As I drain yet another cup of coffee on the nights before my finals next year, I will search back for the memories of my classmates arguing about the true nature of art. With each essay I write, I will think of the papers I was meant to proofread for a friend, but instead used as sources of instruction. When I wonder what could possibly motivate me to master a seemingly obscure or marginal subject, like pure mathematics, sorry, Ms. Schmidt, I will again hear a teacher recount Plato's allegory of the cave with more passion than you would summarize the plot of Lord of the Rings. I will always long for the talents of a freestyle rapping soccer captain and the ukulele and piano solos at coffee houses. I will recall inspiration from the morning spent with ASB members who knew that loving something did not mean feeling completely satisfied with it. And I will forever marvel at the times I watched my classmates create a new world with their gifts on stage, during which I would repeatedly realize, I know those people. I'm friends with real-life thespians. These have all been awesome experiences. Yes, I consider this overused word to serve as the perfect description because these moments have left me with a feeling of wonder that I could only, and now can only aptly convey with an, oh, you guys truly are incredible. Neither can I ever forget the moments of complete silence, those times where we have been utterly stunned by love. Experiencing our community's instant, prayerful response to losing loved ones, feeling stunned as retreat leaders told about their lives that I thought I knew, and witnessing teachers cry out of their love for their students have showed me a powerful God, a God that I want to follow because it means following you guys. Throughout all these times, I've realized the gift of understanding close to nothing. When we know something, its familiarity comes at the cost of its power. Yet you have taught me that the human capacity for love and creative pursuits will always stay fresh and incomprehensible, will always make me wish there was a weekly ESPN Top 10 for general, non-sports related life moments, and will always remind me how blessed I am to understand so little. Just as a child marvels at their first encounter with nature, or a Mariners fan dreams of the World Series, or scratch that, the playoffs, you have taught me to wonder at the beauty of people. For those that don't know me, at least, this long-winded confession of idiocy may come as a surprise. The world is obsessed with knowing. We constantly hear questions such as, did you know Beyonce's having twins? Or, did you know how smart I am? Have you seen the certificate that proves it? Politicians claim to single-handedly know what countries need, and it doesn't take Saturday Night Live impersonations to realize their absurdity. Next year, we will likely study with people who most desire to learn how much smarter they are than everyone else. Frankly, I think knowing is overrated. Life isn't like a multiple choice question that involves a clearly defined and labeled answer. It's more like a free response. And with our extensive experience in education, we all understand that you don't really need to know the answer to do well on a free response. You just need the courage and the stamina and maybe a hint of an idea to write your way through it. This world of egos does not need people who know as much as it needs people who know how to wonder and believe in something greater than themselves. So though we celebrate a day marked by these fancy robes, I will always celebrate the idiocy that no clothes, diploma, or title will ever change. I won't lie that I enjoy these fancy caps, but as I go forward, I will most treasure the dunce cap you have shown me. With your memory in my heart and mind, I will always rejoice in the experiences that shatter the boundaries of my understanding, just as you have done for the past 4 years. Thank you for everything, especially staying with me throughout this long speech. I now have the honor of introducing a man who has been blowing minds since day one of chemistry class with both his scientific demonstrations and life talks, Mr. Jay Wiley.